Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking out at a vast open horizon. The wind is strong, the sun is rising, and you feel something stirring deep within you, a mix of fear and excitement. That moment, right there, is where potential meets opportunity. Every single one of us has experienced this, that nagging feeling that there's more to life than what we're currently living. The truth is, most people let the fear of the unknown hold them back. But what if I told you that the future you dream about isn't far away? It's not a someday, it's not a maybe, it's waiting for you right now. The difference between people who achieve greatness and those who stay in their comfort zone comes down to one realization. The perfect moment will never come. But the present moment, that's where everything begins. This is your time, not tomorrow, not next year, not when you feel more ready or confident. Your time is now. Let's explore how you can step into it fully and live the life you've always imagined. We often find ourselves waiting for the perfect time to take action, waiting until we feel more confident, more prepared, or until circumstances align just right. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. Life doesn't hand us moments wrapped in ribbons, signaling that now is the time to act. Instead, opportunities come disguised as ordinary days, often accompanied by challenges and uncertainties. In fact, we often overlook opportunities, uncertainties, and discontent because fleeting interruptions, waiting for perfection, is a form of procrastination, a way to avoid stepping into the discomfort that comes with growth. The urgency of now is a call to stop waiting for everything to feel right. Each moment you delay is a moment lost, and time is the one resource we can never get back. Think about the dreams you've put on hold, the ideas you've shelved, or the risks you've avoided. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take that first step. As hesitation grows roots in the fertile soil of fear, the apprehension grows roots in the fertile soil of fear. When we embrace the urgency of now, we shift our mindset from someday to today. It's about recognizing that action creates clarity. You don't need all the answers to begin. Starting is what gives you the momentum to figure things out along the way. Progress is rarely linear, and mistakes are inevitable. But they are also where the greatest learning happens. By stepping forward now, you take control of your narrative. You decide that fear and uncertainty will not dictate your actions. Each small step you take today lays the foundation for the future you want to build. The urgency of now isn't about rushing. It's about understanding that this moment is all you truly have. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, a signal that we're stepping into unfamiliar territory. But too often we interpret fear as a reason to stop, a warning to retreat back into what feels safe. The truth is, fear doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're doing something important. It's a sign that you're pushing past your limits, challenging yourself to grow, and moving closer to the life you truly desire. When we see fear as a stop sign, we let it control us. We miss opportunities, avoid risks, and stay trapped in the comfort zone. But what if you could reframe fear? Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, view it as a guide. Fear signals that you're on the edge of something meaningful, something worth pursuing. The more significant the dream, the greater the fear will feel, and that's how you know you're on the right path. Fear doesn't go away when you succeed, it evolves. Every new level of growth comes with its own set of uncertainties. But the key is not to eliminate fear, it's to act despite it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward anyway. The more you lean into fear, the more you build resilience, proving to yourself that you're capable of handling discomfort. Every breakthrough you've ever had started with a moment of fear. Remember that fear and excitement often feel the same in your body. It's your mind that assigns meaning. You get to choose whether fear holds you back or propels you forward. When you stop treating it as a stop sign and start seeing it as a green light, you open yourself up to the possibilities that lie just beyond it. And taking ownership of your choices and actions is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It's easy to point fingers at circumstances, blame others, or wait for someone to come along and change your situation. But the moment you realize that no one else is coming to save you, something shifts. You begin to understand that the power to change your life has always been within you. Ownership starts with acknowledging that your current reality is, in many ways, the result of your past decisions. This isn't about self-criticism or guilt. It's about accepting responsibility. When you own your choices, you also own the power to make new ones. You stop being a passive observer of your life and become an active participant. It's tempting to think external factors hold all the cards, the economy, other people's opinions, or circumstances beyond your control. But while you can't dictate everything that happens to you, you can always control how you respond. Every reaction, every decision, every step forward is an opportunity to take ownership. Owning your actions also means rejecting excuses. Excuses are comforting because they let you off the hook, but they also trap you in the same cycle of inaction. When you stop making excuses, you create space for solutions. You begin to see possibilities instead of limitations. True ownership requires honesty and courage. It asks you to take a hard look at your habits, mindset, and behaviors and ask, what can I do differently? It means letting go of the need for external validation and trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your goals. When you take full responsibility for your life, you reclaim your power and become the architect of your future. Identifying what truly matters is the foundation for a meaningful and purpose-driven life. In a world filled with distractions, obligations, and endless demands on your time, it's easy to get caught up in the noise. Days turn into weeks and weeks into years as we chase goals that may not even align with our core values. The key to breaking free from this cycle is clarity, understanding what genuinely matters to you, and aligning your actions with those priorities. What truly matters is deeply personal. It's not about what society, friends, or even family tell you should be important. It's about looking inward and asking the hard questions. What brings me joy? What gives my life meaning? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These answers may not come immediately, but they will reveal themselves as you strip away the unnecessary and focus on what feels authentic. Now, what feels authentic to many? When you know what matters, decision-making becomes simpler. You stop saying yes to things out of obligation or guilt and start making choices that serve your purpose. Clarity also helps you navigate challenges. When setbacks arise, you're more likely to stay resilient because you're anchored in a deeper sense of purpose. However, knowing what matters isn't enough. You have to protect it. That means setting boundaries, learning to say no, and resisting the urge to compare your journey to others. It's about creating space for the things and people that light you up and letting go of what drains your energy. The more intentional you are about what matters, the more your life will reflect your true priorities. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. When you align your actions with your values, you create a life that feels fulfilling, purposeful, and truly your own. The comfort zone is a place of safety, predictability, and ease. But it's also where dreams stagnate and growth is stifled. It's tempting to stay there because it feels familiar and the risks seem low. However, everything you desire, progress, achievement, fulfillment, exists beyond those boundaries. Growth and comfort cannot coexist, and the longer you remain in your comfort zone, the more you limit your potential. You always need to grow, to expand your view, and create new growth and control. Breaking free from the comfort zone begins with recognizing it for what it is, a self-imposed boundary. It's not a physical barrier, but a mental one, built on fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. These fears convince you to settle for less than what you're capable of. But the reality is, stepping outside the comfort zone is the only way to achieve anything worthwhile. Taking that first step can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be drastic. Growth happens incrementally. It's in the small decisions to try something new, to take a risk, or to challenge yourself in ways you haven't before. Each step you take beyond your comfort zone expands its boundaries, and over time, what once felt impossible becomes your new normal. The discomfort you feel when stepping outside your comfort zone isn't a sign to retreat. It's a sign of progress. It's where you discover resilience, creativity, and strength you didn't know you had. Mistakes and setbacks are inevitable, but they're also where the most valuable lessons are learned. The comfort zone might feel safe, but it's not where growth happens. To unlock your full potential, you have to be willing to embrace uncertainty and take bold steps forward. Everything you want is waiting for you just on the other side of fear. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces for change, and it's built through small, consistent actions. We often think transformation requires massive, sweeping changes, but the truth is, it's the small, deliberate steps we take every day that lead to lasting results. Momentum isn't about doing everything at once. It's about doing something, even if it's just one small thing, and building from there. When you take small, consistent actions, you create a ripple effect. Each step builds confidence and reinforces your belief that change is possible. These small wins accumulate over time, and before you know it, they've transformed into significant progress. It's the power of compounding, where even the smallest effort, repeated consistently, leads to exponential growth. The key to building momentum is to start, no matter how small the action seems. Too often we delay because we believe the action needs to be perfect or the conditions need to be ideal. But perfection is the enemy of progress. The simple act of starting, whether it's making a phone call, writing a single sentence, or taking the first step toward a goal sets everything in motion. Momentum also feeds motivation. Action generates energy, and energy sustains your drive. The more you move, the more motivated you feel, and the easier it becomes to maintain that forward motion. Even on days when motivation is low, showing up and doing something keeps the momentum alive. So, consistency doesn't mean you won't face setbacks. There will be days when progress feels slow or invisible. But momentum isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Keep moving, even when it's hard, and trust that each small step is bringing you closer to the life you're working to build. Momentum is your ally. Start small, stay consistent, and let it carry you forward. Silencing self-doubt is a crucial step in achieving anything meaningful. It's a universal experience. That inner voice that questions your abilities, undermines your confidence, and tells you that you're not enough. But here's the truth. That voice doesn't reflect reality. It's a product of fear and insecurity. The more you listen to it, the more you reinforce the belief that you're not capable. But when you choose to silence self-doubt, you take away its power and create space for self-belief. The first step in silencing self-doubt is awareness. You have to recognize when it arises and challenge its validity. More often than not, self-doubt is based on false assumptions or past failures that no longer define who you are. Acknowledge that these thoughts are not facts. They are simply stories your mind tells you to keep you safe from risk and discomfort. Next, replace self-doubt with positive, affirming thoughts. This isn't about blind optimism, but about consciously choosing to focus on your strengths, past successes, and the capabilities you know you have. Affirmations, visualization, and gratitude practices can help reprogram your mind, shifting your focus away from what you fear and toward what you've already accomplished. You also need to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. The more you engage with those who believe in you, the easier it becomes to silence that inner critic. Seek out mentors, peers, and friends who can remind you of your worth and offer encouragement when self-doubt creeps in. Silencing self-doubt is an ongoing process. It's not about eliminating it entirely, but about refusing to let it dictate your actions. With practice, you'll develop the resilience to push forward even when doubt tries to pull you back. And you'll discover that your potential is far greater than you ever imagined. Surrounding yourself with people who fuel your vision is essential for growth and success. The people you choose to spend your time with can either uplift you or drag you down. Positive, supportive individuals inspire you to push harder, think bigger, and believe in yourself when the journey gets tough. On the other hand, negative or unsupportive individuals can cloud your confidence and hinder your progress. When you align yourself with people who share your values and encourage your goals, you create an environment that nurtures your potential. These are the people who believe in your vision, even when it feels impossible, who challenge you to reach higher, and who offer guidance when you hit roadblocks. They remind you that success isn't just about individual effort. It's about building a community of like-minded individuals who are rooting for your success. Thank you. But it's not just about surrounding yourself with supporters. It's also about distancing yourself from those who drain your energy. Toxic relationships can be disguised as friendships, but they consistently pull you away from your purpose. Whether through criticism, jealousy, or constant negativity, they sap your motivation and leave you second guessing yourself. Identifying these relationships and setting boundaries is a critical step in protecting your mental and emotional well-being. The right people will challenge you to grow, celebrate your wins, and pick you up when you fall. They will help you see potential where you might only see obstacles. By carefully curating your circle, you increase your chances of success because you've surrounded yourself with people who will push you to become the best version of yourself. When you find people who believe in you, who are committed to their own growth, and who share your values, you become part of something bigger than yourself. They don't just fuel your vision, they inspire you to elevate your own standards and help you reach your fullest potential. Celebrating progress, not just perfection, is a crucial mindset shift for long-term success. We live in a world that often glorifies the end result, the finished product, and the final destination. But the truth is, progress is the real success. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of perfection, thinking that we'll be happy or fulfilled once we reach a certain milestone or achieve a specific goal. However, perfection is an illusion. It's a moving target that can never truly be reached. Instead of waiting for perfection, start celebrating the small victories along the way. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Whether it's a new skill learned, a challenge faced, or a lesson gained from a mistake. These moments are worth celebrating because they represent growth. When you shift your focus from perfection to progress, you stop putting pressure on yourself to be flawless and start appreciating the journey. Progress provides motivation. When you celebrate the small wins, you gain momentum and a renewed sense of purpose. It encourages you to keep going, even when the bigger goal feels distant. By acknowledging your achievements along the way, you build confidence and reinforce the belief that you are moving in the right direction. It's also important to celebrate your growth, not just the external results. Personal development, improved habits, and strengthened resilience are all milestones worth recognizing. These internal changes often lay the foundation for external success, and they deserve as much attention as any outward achievement. Celebrating progress helps you stay grounded in the present. It reminds you that success isn't just about the destination, it's about who you become in the process. By acknowledging and appreciating your progress, you build a more sustainable, fulfilling path toward your ultimate goals. Committing to showing up daily, even when it's hard, is the key to creating lasting change and achieving your goals. Motivation can be fleeting, and there will be days when you don't feel inspired, when obstacles seem insurmountable, or when your energy is low. But the act of showing up, regardless of how you feel, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who let them slip away. Consistency is the real driver of success. It's easy to commit when you're excited or when everything is going smoothly. But the true test of your resolve is showing up when conditions aren't perfect, when challenges arise, and when the path seems unclear. It's in these moments that you prove to yourself that you're not just committed to the outcome, but to the process itself. Even on days when progress feels slow or non-existent, showing up makes a difference. Each small effort compounds over time, building momentum that eventually leads to breakthroughs. The habit of showing up builds discipline and resilience, two qualities that will carry you through the tough times. It's about trusting the process, knowing that your efforts, no matter how small, are contributing to the larger vision. Committing to showing up daily also helps you avoid the trap of perfectionism. Waiting for the right time or trying to execute everything flawlessly often leads to inaction. But by committing to showing up, you remove the pressure of needing everything to be perfect. The act of showing up becomes the victory in itself. It's not about how hard you push on any given day, it's about the consistency of your effort over time. By committing to show up day in and day out, you'll find that your resilience and determination become your greatest assets, propelling you toward the life you're working to build. As we've discussed today, the path to transformation isn't about waiting for the perfect moment, eliminating fear, or relying on external circumstances. It's about taking ownership of your choices, aligning yourself with what truly matters, and stepping outside the comfort zone where growth thrives. Momentum is built through small, consistent actions, and self-doubt can be silenced by reaffirming your worth and focusing on progress. That the people you surround yourself with play a crucial role in fueling your vision, and celebrating each step forward keeps you motivated even when perfection feels out of reach. But none of this matters without commitment. The key to turning your dreams into reality is showing up every single day, not just on the days when it's easy, but especially on the days when it's hard. Success is the result of consistency, perseverance, and a willingness to keep going, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Your time is now. The moment you've been waiting for is here, and it's up to you to step into it. Every small decision, every courageous action, and every bit of progress will bring you closer to the life you're meant to lead. Don't wait for the perfect conditions or the right time. Your time is now, and the only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the decision to take action today. Accelerate your journey to the next level and level up every single day. Selecting the right days and maximizing the future you dream of is built by the steps you take in this moment. So, go ahead, make it happen.